Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to QRL. My name, as always, is Ray, and yeah, I didn't do it for like what is it, 3 4 weeks, but I'm back, and we're gonna have round 5 of QRL season 1. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I see we've got 18 drivers at the moment, and yeah, we're driving around Bahrain. Uh, Sorry for the background echoes. My studio room isn't like that full yet, so it's a lot of echoes, and I will soon get some like sound pads on my wall. It will all be better, but yeah, we gotta work with what we got. And let's take a look at the calendar. Today we drive around Sakir, Bahrain, so round 5. And also take a look at the standings here. So at the moment, the Real Goat is leading the championship with 44 points, followed by Lewis M and Nightwing with 40 points. Did I say 44 points? Yeah, the Real Goat 44, Lewis M and Nightwing 40. And Bloodsport is trading them with 32 points for P4. Then Calypso 25 points, and his teammate in the AlphaTauri Revelation with 20 points. So I mean, everything's possible. We're working with the PSGL point system, so only 16 points for the winner. So yeah, it's still really close, and let's see if the Real Goat can defend his P1 in the standings. So here is a little track preview. Q1, and we've got 18 drivers, so not a full grid. Maybe some people will join later on. All right, so we can see, is it Bartholomew? No, it's his teammate Game Boy. He's coming out first. So yeah, as you can see, guys, I've got a new overlay, a nice little logo, and also a Diff1 logo, so it looks a bit spicier now. And sorry for that. But yeah, the reason why I'm alone, yeah, my co-commentator told me that he will join like post quali, maybe a little, maybe in Q2, maybe in Q3. I don't know if he thought it was a short quali or a full quali, but yeah, let's see when he comes. And we have to do it alone for the first bit. So yeah, let's see what Game Boy can do in his first lap of round 5 around Bahrain. So I mean, it's a lovely track. Some people love it, some people hate it. There's no in between. I think it's just easy to lose control over the car. Some corners are really tricky, a lot of bumps and elevation. But yeah, I will try to take it slow here in quali, because I have to do it alone, and I want to spare my voice for the race. So yeah, let's see when Simpsy is joining, my co-commentator for today. And let's also see what Game Boy can do in his first hot lap around Sakir. So yeah, what will the benchmark be for the other guys? So this one is a tricky corner. You can outbrake yourself here. And also the next corner is easy to spin. You need a good exit here. And it looks alright. So Game Boy is doing a decent job for his first lap around Sakir today. And what will his first sector time be? His first sector time is 28.7. In real life, it was more around the 29th, I think. So this game is definitely a bit quicker. But yeah, it's also yeah, way different cars than in real life. And now up to turn 10, I believe. It's a really slow corner. You need a good exit here, opening the DRS. And he does. And let's see what his sector 2 will be. We need to wait a couple more corners and then we will find out. So sector 2 is a 172. And yeah, what will be his first lap around here? I don't remember what pole was yesterday. Was it a 129 high or something? 130 low? I don't even remember. But this will definitely be around that, I think. A one, what is it? 129.2, even quicker. So let's go and see. I think it's a Haas. It's Leilu, also in a lap. Let's see what he can do. So will he be quicker in sector 2? It was a 17.2 from Game Boy, and this is gonna be a 182. That's pretty slow. The real goat with a 129.3, and we can see the real Killerman even slower with a 129.8. So let's see what Leilu can do. We all know he got quicker since this season, but it's not quick enough. It's only P4. And is it Altessa behind? No, it's his teammate Adams. 129.6. But Altessa is here, and it's Bloodsport actually. Yeah, Bloodsport. What will he do? His first lap, and we cut yellow in all sectors. Bloodsport is doing 20. Oh, and Altessa. Oh, yeah, he made a big mistake there. And the teammate of Bloodsport excels. Is on mediums, so it will not be quick. Then we've got a Joe Knight. I'm happy that he's racing again. One of my best online friends, I should say, and he's doing a 29.6 for P6. 29.9, sorry. Then we've got Revelation on a lap, I think. He is now coming up towards the mid part of sector 2. And he's got a nice slipstream of the Haas in front of him. And let's see if it works out. Or is the Haas also on a lap? No, I don't think so. So let's go back to Revelation in the Alpha Tauri. Yeah, Leluchan is just going back to the pits. And I don't know if Revelation is, yeah, liking this. Because, yeah. And there is a Ferrari. Oh no, Red Bull. Sorry. I think Revelation just wanted to use a bit of. No. He's way off, so he's backing out. Suicide Jeep is also on a lap. And I think. Yeah. Fairbear also just started his lap, but he's only in sector 1. So yeah, let's see what Suicide can do. Oh, a little moment there on the exit. Oh, Edu. Edu is also on a lap. It's getting close to the 1.7 low. Ah, it's decent. And let's go back to Suicide. Oh, that's the wrong button, like always. Oh my. Okay, that's a really slow mid sector. And it's saying purple for no reason. But yeah, I think this will be a bit quicker than Suicide. Let's see what Edu can do. 129.4 for P4. That's not too bad. And remember guys, it's Q1, so only 3 guys in this case will be knocked out, while Suicide Sheep is going to P10 with a 131.2. And Fairbear, what can he do? So a lot of, I think a decent time you need at least a 1.7 low in a mid sector, and I think Fairbear is definitely off and probably made mistakes. And Lewis Man is also out. Let's see what he can do when, yeah, Faber is really slow here. So let's go to Lewis Man. Lewis Man is P2 in the standings with 40 points. Also Nightwing with 40 points, and then we've got 34 points for Bloodsport. So I think, yeah, Bloodsport is even, I think, capable of getting P1 in the standings, but he needs the top 3 to make a big mistake today in the race, because you can only get 16 points when you win. And what will Lewis Man do? Will he also get close to fight for the pole today? I mean, I know a lot of drivers are loving the track or hating the track. There's no in between. So yeah, I don't know about Lewis, man, but we will find out. If he is quick, he's probably liking the track because yeah, that makes sense, of course. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, man, and you good luck with the race and trying to fight for, trying to defend your P1 in the standings, I should say. But yeah, let's see what Lewis Mann can do because he's P2, only 4 points behind the real goat in the standings. So, oh, a little moment there, but what will he do? It looks quick. It's probably a, oh my God, 28.7. Okay. Bartholomew with 42, so he made a mistake. Wow, 28.7. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I don't have any reference if that's like really quick, but it's definitely not slow. Sorry for bumping my mic there. Yeah, Revelation is back into the pits, of course. Nightwing, we haven't seen Nightwing yet, so he's in a lap, I think. Yeah, he's. Oh wow. Lewis, man, with a 28.7. That is so much quicker than the rest. Well, but yeah, what is Nightwing doing? I think Existence also did a lap with 29.9 or P10. Yeah, Nightwing. What will he do? Will he also get a 1.7 low? Nah, it's a bit off. I think virtually this puts him only in like maybe the top 7-ish. But maybe he finds a bit more time in sector 2 than sector 3 than the rest. You will never know. We will find out in about 10 seconds. Yeah, I think sector 3 is the easiest sector of this track. It's just about getting good exits and only P8. Yeah, so not quick enough. But look at the gap. Lewis, man. Okay, so we got, oh, RT spun in his outlap. That's not ideal. So yeah, only 3 drivers are getting knocked out of Q1 here. So we will continue with 15 drivers in about 8 minutes. So yeah, I think at the moment I don't know, man, who is oh, game audio is muted on purpose. Well, that's not on purpose. So let's get the game audio back in. Okay, that was good that you were noticing it because I didn't. Can you also say if it's like leveled with my voice? If it's like too soft or too hard, too loud, I should say. I think it's fine. Wow, yeah, that's what you get when you're not commentating for 3-4 weeks. You're making silly mistakes again. But yeah, it's fine. At least I wasn't muted like I think 6 weeks ago. But yeah, let's see what RT can do in his first lap. Okay, thank you. There we go. Maybe the game sound a small tick higher. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. Like this? Whoa, and Lewis Mann and Bloodsport already are out of the session. And I think it was Bloodsport. Did he crash? Or retired on track? I don't know, but I don't think retiring on track is allowed. So I think it must be a mistake there. But yeah, let's see what RT can do in his first lap. Also, Calypso still without a lap. So yeah, they definitely need a good lap in. Oh, Calypso is already in sector 3, so let's see what he can do. Oh, P2 with a 28.8, so that's a really good lap time. Wow. So that's the first time that's getting really close actually to Lewis Mann. It's only 8,000 off. And RT, what can he do? Give me a moment to have a drink. Okay, that's normally the time where my co-commentator starts speaking, but yeah, I'm alone at the moment. So RT around the last corner, and let's see what he can do. Is it quick enough for top 15? No, it's It's not. Well, it's actually 15. So yeah, but it's definitely not quick. It's there's big gaps between the top. What is it? Top. Wow. Yeah, 1.3 seconds between P1 and P13, or even yeah, whatever. Celts is P18 and he's going back to the pits to get a new set of softs for his last attempt. And the drivers that are on the edge are now Suicide Sheep, Fairbear, and Celts. And oh wait, we have 19 drivers now. So Bartholomew also on the edge now. So as it stands now, 4 people will be knocked out in Q1. And let's see who joined. Let's see who joined. It must be... I don't even know. My memory is not like me at the moment. Okay, is it Revelation on a lap? Yeah, it's Revelation on a lap. Let's see what he can do. P14. And it's... Oh, he's starting a lap now. So... And RT is coming back into the pits, of course. And Bartholomew is doing... Yeah, he's definitely doing a lap now. But it's actually Fairbear in front of him. And he is improving only with half a tenth. And that's really slow. Yeah, I'm still thinking who joined mid-quali, but it doesn't matter. I think it's Collapso maybe. Yeah, let's see what Fairbear can do. I think it's not quick, but is it quick enough to get him into the top 15? That's what's most important. It's going to be P14, so that's quick enough, but it's just P14, so he's on the edge here. Still 5 guys behind him who can knock him out, like Bartholomew, who's improving 12.6 seconds because he had a really slow time, and it will put him virtually on a 30.2. So if he can find a tiny bit more in sector 3, he will probably knock out some people here. And he does, P9, 29.6. That's a really good improvement from Bartholomew. And let's go to Revelation. He's P5. That's what we want to see from him. And I don't see an improvement. Okay, Game Boy. What will Game Boy do? Back into the pits. As Existence behind him is starting a lap. So let's go to the Red Bull of the real Killer Man. And I think he's on an out lap. Why am I not showing tires? There we go. Well, it doesn't matter actually because everyone is in softs, but yeah, it can tell you how many laps I did. And I can see 2 Haas drivers behind each other. Lady-chan coming over the line first, and he is going from P15 to only P15. And Suicide Sheep is also... So I don't know, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think they are now on a lap then. Yeah, it must be. Or is Leilu giving his teammate a tow? Ooh, Fairbear is on 3 lap old softs. So he's definitely not improving. But Celts is trying for an improvement, and he's on an out lap, I think. Yeah, he is. So a McLaren letting an Alfa Romeo through, and I think it's Altessa. He's warming up his tires. Let's see, where is Existence? He is here. I think Existence is on a lap, and will he improve? He's now on P14, and he's going to P3 to 129.1. And let's see, RT is not improving, so that must be an outlap then. Okay, let's go back to Leilu, or his teammate actually, Suicide. I think Leilu gave his teammate a tow, because Leilu is not even going for attempt here, while Suicide is. And is it enough to maybe knock out his teammate, who sits now at P15? Nah, only P17, unfortunately. I think Lelu is going back into the pits. Oh, he's not. The real Killerman is not improving, only 151, so he made a big mistake. And Faber is still on the set of salts, and that's impossible to improve, of course. But the guy that is improving is Celts, and is it enough to get into the top 15? He needs it, and will he get it? Oh, only P16. No, that's not what you want to see. So he can't help his teammate Bloodsport, who already retired. And I don't know if it was a crash or was it maybe because he thought he was safe. Yeah. Altessa in P7, he doesn't need to improve, but maybe he will. And he will for P4, 129.2. Okay, then we've got, I think Existence. Yeah, he's back into the pits, but RT needs to improve, and he does, but only for P18. And that's it, guys, that's it. Because no one else can knock anyone out yet anymore. So we've got 4 people knocked out. It's Celts, only 800ths of Lelu, and then Faber 400ths behind Celts, and then we've got RT even slower, and Suicide way slower. So yeah, unfortunately we've got Celts out, who cannot help his teammate. And also, we've got I think we've got a full team out, like, yeah, no, just, Lelu just made it. So Celts, Faber, RT and Suicide Sheep are out of Q1, and they will start on P16, 17, 18 and 19, so that is unfortunate for those drivers. But yeah, really impressive stuff from Lewis Man and Calypso. Yeah, and at first I thought like, wow, that time of Lewis Man, but Calypso is actually really close to that, and I am wondering if other drivers will also get close to that, because it's really impressive. Only 8,000 separates Calypso and Lewis Man. And Lewis Man is in the hunt for P1 today in the standings, because he's only 4 points behind the real GOAT. And he's showing pace in Q1. But yeah, it's all about Q3, of course. That's the most important part of qualifying, of course. But yeah, you never know what happens. And let's go to the track again. So there we go. Q2 with 15 drivers. Alright, so there we go. So right away we can see Bloodsport come out of the pits, and even a Haas in front. So that is Lelu. And also the real Killerman is leaving the pits. So we still got 2 Williams drivers in. We've got 2 McLarens, 2 Alfa Romeos, the 2 Red Bulls, the 2 Alfa Tauris. Yeah, so the Haas team and I think it's Ferrari, Aston Martin, and another team are doing it alone here in Q2. And what I also see is that I think Adam Smop, he's a reserve, so he will fill the place of someone else of Alfa Romeo today. And yeah. So let's see what Lelu can put on the timesheet for the first benchmark of Q2. He's now coming up towards Sector 3 for in his outlap, and he's preparing for his first attempt in Q2. warming up his tires here, weaving a bit, and preparing for the last turn. And he needs a good exit because you need to be top speed in the first sector, the first straight, up to one of the slowest corners of the track, and one of the hardest braking zones, of course. So let's see how he does here. You need to keep it real tight here and avoid spinning, and also the next corner, it's really tricky, but it's looking alright. And let's see what his first sector will be. So coming around the last corner of sector 1, and let's see what it will be. A 29.0. That's not the quickest we've seen today. But yeah, it's just a benchmark, of course, and I can also see that no one is on used softs, so everyone is going right for a good lap time in their first attempts here in Q2. And now coming up to the penultimate corner of sector 2, and now the last corner, and let's see what his sector 2 will be. We've seen low 1.7s, but this is only a 1.79, so it's not quick. At least not quick enough to be fighting for pole, at least. Yeah. Let's see what Lelo can do, and also what Bloodsport can do, because his Q1 was not the quickest, but he was through, of course. That's where it's all about. And it's only a 130.1, but what will Bloodsport do? He's doing a 130.0, and that's not too quick. Oh, clicking the wrong buttons. While the real Killerman is putting a 130.1 on the timesheet. And then its existence on an outlap, and Msmop, his teammate, is back into the pits. Okay, I think it's Nightwing. And then we've got Joe. So what will Nightwing do? It's looking pretty quick. But it's just quick enough for P1. And his teammate, oh my, Joe Knight, only P5, a 130.3. While Adam Smart is going into P7, and Existence, oh, it's Existence teammate, but he's in an outlap. So let's go to Game Boy. Game Boy with a 28.7. Excuse me. Okay, so if there's one guy who can reach that time, it's Lewis Mann, because he had a, what was it, a 28.7 or 28.8 in Q1. And this looks also pretty quick. And it is quick, but only quick enough for P2, a 28.8. And Revelation with a 130.6. And then we've got Lele Chan going back to the pits. Is it the real goat around the last corner? Yes, but he invalidated, so he will definitely go back into the pits. Or was it a... It was an outlap, I think, because he's still going. And then we've got... yeah, I think most of them did a lap now. I think it's Adu. Ooh. Was it Existence? Yeah, Existence with 29.96, but look at that gap, man. It's Game Boy and Lewis Mann with amazing lap times. Yeah, it's all good. You want to take your do whatever you want, man. Okay, Adu, around the last corner, what will he do? He needs at least top 10. And he's having P3, so 29.5, but I don't get it, man, those gaps. Like, there are only some guys that are so quick today, but most drivers aren't even touching the 129 zeros. But yeah. I think it's Colopso in an outlap. The real goat just started this lap. The driver on P1 in his standing. Let's see if he can get a good quali to defend this P1. Because he definitely needs a good quali. But yeah, you never know what happens. One safety car can turn everything around, of course. And what will the real goat do? 29.9. Wow, I just don't get it. Let's go to Altessa, but Oh, Kalopsa is even further up the road, so... Yeah, I'm a bit confused here. Like, how can the gaps be so big? Like, some guys are so... Like, Bloodsport is... I don't know if you made a mistake, but a 130 and then Game Boy with a 128.7? Like, that's crazy. But yeah, let's see what Kalopsa can do here in Sector 2. Coming up the last couple of corners, a big straight here, and then 2 corners to go, and then you will see what his mid-sector time will be. And I'm also, it will be a 169. That's, I think that's not bad. Yeah, I'm wondering when my co-commentator will show up, but I hope he's in time for the race at least. Yeah, what Kalopsa do? I think this is definitely looking good. His mid-sector was decent. Now let's see what his last sector will do for his lap time. I told you, mid-sector was good, and also his last sector was good because he's putting it in P1 with 28.7. And Altessa, he needs his first lap here. And what will it be? 29.6 P5. Immense gaps between the top 3 and the rest. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, let me, I just want to take a look at something. 28.709. I just want to take a look at some data. Okay. So 28.709, let's see. 28.709. Okay, yeah, that's reasonable. I thought like, how close is this to esports, but it's not even close. So it's not that Kalopsa on Game Boy and Lewis are doing magical stuff here. Like, for QRL standards they're doing it, but the others are just a bit too slow. And I'm wondering if they will get close, because it's not impossible to get those times, because I compared them to the to the esports, and yeah, that's just another level, of course. But yeah, let's see what Altessa can do in his yeah, it's saying 0 laps on softs, and so was his outlap already at 29.6 then? No, because he's going back to the pits. I don't get this game. It's saying 0 lap softs, and he already did 1 or 2 laps, so I don't get it. While Lelu is improving from P10 to P5. And then we've got Adam Smop. He's the only car out on track for an outlap. And while I said it, also Bartholomew came out for an outlap. Well, Lelu is definitely going back into the pits. Alright, so Adam Smop currently in P14. I was playing some Rocket League with him yesterday evening, and yeah, he told me he was only practicing yesterday for a bit, so yeah. I think with that little practice it's really hard to fight for big points here, but maybe he can get himself into Q3. That would be decent for someone that only practiced maybe an hour yesterday. And I love that Alfa Romeo car, man, from last year. I mean, of course, the black and red one from now, it's looking decent, but the more I look at it, the more I like this one, actually. I mean, I was a bit hyped. Oh, he's improving half a second. Yeah, I mean, I think this year's grid, I think the car that I like the most compared to their old ones is, I think, Haas. I really like that car. Like, of course, Merc is back in black, but yeah, we've seen that before, and Haas is just, yeah, I just really like it. Yeah, let's see what Adamswap can do here. Can he touch the 1.6 high or 1.7 low? No, 1.7 actually. I think that's easily gonna be good enough for top 5. So let's see if it is actually enough for top 5. Okay, yeah, it is P4. That's decent. 29.1. Okay, I think the real goat is okay. Yeah, he's not doing a lap right now, and I don't know if it's if he's in time to do another attempt, and he's only P9 at the moment. So yeah, that's tricky. But yeah, let's go to Bartholomew. He is improving with 9.4 seconds, but that's because he was only doing a 1:43.4 earlier. So Simpsy?
Hello.
Yeah, I already noticed some breathing, so I was like, am I alone? Oh, welcome.
Yeah,
mate.
I didn't want to interrupt you when you were talking.
Yeah, it's all good, mate. Can you see it?
Yep, I can see everything.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I will just finish Q2 and then you can, guess you don't know anything about the drives yet, but okay, let me continue here. Let's see who's on the lap. I think it's Bloodsport, and he is only P12. Can he make it up? I think he's starting his lap. Well, Red Bull is spinning. I think it's the real Killerman. Yeah, it is. Is it Nightwing? Yeah, Nightwing is currently in P11. And he is also starting a lap, so yeah, a lot of drivers are starting their last laps. Let's see, who is on a lap? Yeah, Adam Smop already did his lap, so, and the Red Bull keeps spinning. Ooh, the real GOAT, our championship leader, he is not able to go for another attempt, so he will not fight for pole here, and he will probably get knocked out of Q2, so that's dangerous, man. And let's see what Leilu can do here. P6 at the moment. He's also starting his lap now. So Altessa is also in an out lap, I think. Yeah, he is. But the one who is on a lap is Bartholomew, but he's down 3.8 seconds, so he won't improve. Let's see who else. Yeah, Joe Knight, he's improving with almost a second, but yeah, he had a really slow time. But is it enough for top 10? Yes, it is. P5 with a 129.3. And Bloodsport, well, what will he do? He's up with almost 6 cents, and he's going to P5. Well, Existence, or is it Adu? Yeah, Existence is not improving. Excuse me. The real Killerman is now coming around the last corner from P14 to P11. It's not enough. And then it's Edu in P7 to P3. That's a decent time. Wow. And yeah, so unfortunately, the real GOAT, the championship leader, is not able to get into Q3. And that will really hurt him. And he will, yeah. He will have to start from P14, I assume.
Not really the code then, is he?
Oh! What? So
okay.
on used softs, he's improving. And Leilu is not improving. Oh my god, he's improving on... That's impressive. And Altessa to P5. Oh! So the real GOAT is... I think only Bartholomew can improve, but I think the real GOAT is safe. Yeah, Bartholomew is not improving because he's going off track and invalidates. Oh no, he... Wow, so really impressive that the real GOAT, he was on used softs and still just got into the top 10. Alright, so let's take a look. So 5 drivers knocked out here. Revelation, P15, Nightwing, only P14. He is P3 in the standing, so that will really hurt his chance to fight for the championship lead today. Bartholomew in P13, the Real Killerman in P12, and Existence in P11. So I was almost worried about the Real Go, but he did an improvement on used soft, so that tells you how quick he can be. Yeah, really impressive times from the top 4. 28.7, 28.8, yeah. And let's see if we can
Solid
get...
times here.
Yeah. I mean, I was comparing it to esports because first I thought the gaps are so big that I was almost like, this is impossible. But then I looked at the esports times and I was like, okay. It's not even close. But yeah, some drivers just don't like Bahrain, man. It's a really tricky one.
Yep. Not just tricky, it's also kind of a track which I don't know why it is like such, but yeah, in this game for whatever reason it favors the controller drivers a lot more. So yeah, it's just a bit weird. So if you're on a controller, especially through Sector 2, I mean Sector 1 and 3 are pretty simple sectors, but through Sector 2, a few corners, it favors the controller so much that it is, controller drivers will be much faster than you expect here compared to the wheel drivers.
Yeah, also last week they said the controller was a bit OP. I think, let's take calendar. Yeah, Sandford, I think. That's also a really good track for controllers, they said. But yeah, let's go back to Q3. Well, not back to Q3 because it was Q2 before, but yeah, let's see what they can do. Okay, there we go. Who is out on track? I think it's a McLaren of Game Boy. And yeah, so you don't know any of these drivers, I think, so you cannot go for a pole prediction, and you also have...
Based off of what you're saying, I'm just gonna place my bets on the real GOAT.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, what I've seen today is that I'm not expecting him on pole. I mean, of course, he did an improvement on used source, and he is the championship leader, but I think he doesn't like this track too much. I think when I go for a pole prediction here, it's probably going to go between, I think 3 guys, maybe 4, but Game Boy, Lewis Mann, and Calypso. I think those 3 guys. I mean, Game Boy and Lewis were both in the top 3 in Q1 and Q2. Yeah. But yeah, if I have to go, and actually to keep you updated, the standings currently, the real GOAT is P1 with 44 points. Then we've got Lewis Mann with 40 points, and Nightwing, who is starting P14, is also having 40 points in P3, and then we've got Bloodsport with 34 points in P4. So
very close.
Yeah. And yeah, let's see what Game Boy can do in his first lap in Q3. Take me away, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Starting lap at Bahrain in Q3 here for the banker in the Q3, braking at 100, turning in just after 50. To be careful on the throttle here, but he seems to be managing the corners just about fine. Turning on the DRS. Coming into this also very tricky because you go into 8th, not for long though, because you have to start braking at 50, and then you have to hit the apex, go off wide to get a very good exit. Be careful not to run off wide, and he's managed to keep it in the track. A chicane over here, 5th gear, again quite tricky on the throttle, but you won't have enough time to calm down because there's immediately this section of corner afterwards. You do have just a little bit of time to recover before you get this very tricky turn 10 that goes downhill left-hander, so anyone without ABS has a high chance of locking up, but he seems to have tackled it just fine with the DRS on. Starting this final sector almost, braking at 50, you have to go off wide and be patient on the throttle, but yep, he's on the throttle quite early actually. I don't know if he's running traction control or not. Yeah, be careful not to touch the curb on the inside. Here you want to touch the curb, but he's missed the apex by just a bit. And yeah, make sure not to ride the curb on the outside there, coming into the final corner, medium speed corner. If you overshoot it, you're screwed. He's not overshot it, not by a lot though. And yeah, DRS on, comes across the line now in 8th with a 29-1.
Yeah, and Altessa with a 28.8, and actually his teammate Adam Schmop is P2 with a 28.8 too. Look how close they are, man. And let's go to Edu. Oh no, it's his teammate. It's Joe Knight actually in a Williams with only a 30.1. That's not quick enough, but let's see what Bloodsport can do. And look how close the Alfa Romeos are.
6,000 only.
Yeah, and let's see what Bloodsport can do. This looks pretty quick. But oh, it's not quick enough. 29.81 only. But yeah, the real goat also important. He's P1 in the standings, and can he get close to P1 now? It's only P5 with a 29.
Seems to be struggling a bit.
Yeah, it's not his favorite track. Okay, well, let me just fix one thing because your mic is loud. I can see it's in the red on my OBS. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's not your. It's my. I fixed it now, and let's go back. Because,
hopefully, it's fine now.
Yeah, Edo with the P6, 29.7, and Leilu is. Yeah, 3 guys on an outlap, so let's see what Leilu, Lewis Man, and Calypso can do behind each other. So, first we got Leilu. And this corner is easy to outbrake yourself, and this one is also easy to spin if you go too quickly on the throttle, but it seems fine. And now a short straight here up to the next braking zone, and let's see how he will do. Really tight around the corner, yeah, I think it's decent, but not the quickest.
Certainly.
Yeah, it's saying purple, but just ignore that because I know for sure it's not. Everyone's getting purple, of course. Also, this one is really tricky and easy to spin. You need a really good exit up to turn 10, one of the slowest corners of the track, and you need to carry a lot of speed into the corner, but also on the exit try to not spin, of course, and not invalidate, because that is a point where you can easily invalidate. And it looks really stable at the moment. But yeah, what will his sector 2 be? Because we've seen a 168, 169, and also a lot of 17 lows. And let's see, it's only a 176, so it's not quick enough. But yeah, it can still, if he gets a good sector 3. I don't think sector 3 is a sector where you can improve a lot, because it's only, I think, yeah, 2 turns. So yeah, this will definitely not be quick enough for top 3. And it's top 6 actually, so 29.6. Oh, yep. The Lewis, man, 28.6, wow. But Calypso is behind. Very
quick lap.
Yeah, I think Calypso is also really quick around Bahrain. Yes!
Oh my god.
28.5, so they're getting quicker and quicker. And I think this is the quickest of the day. Because in Q2 we only had 28.7s. So wow.
Yep, well, Track Evolution's doing its job here.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely Track Evolution. But yeah, look at it, man. I already told you that Calypso and Lewis can fight for pole, and also Game Boy can be way quicker than this. But yeah, you never know where he made a mistake.
Certainly, and Lay as well. I think he has a lot more in him, because the last 2 corners, even though you did say that, you can't really gain much because it's only 2 corners, but actually if you do actually exactly nail pixel perfect those 2 last corners, you can gain about half a second in your lap, and that half a second is what Laird needs right now to be anywhere close to the top 3.
Yeah, sorry, I have to fix something again. Actually, you can, his name is Leilu Chan, but you can probably call him like Leilu. That's
Leilu, okay.
Yeah, Leilu. Yeah, I have to fix it. I'm not sure if it's now correct, but I just see a bit of clipping when you're speaking, and it's because I had your Discord volume like way up, so that's. But I think it's fine now. Let's see. Yeah, Calypso is also going back into the pits. So 10 cars in the pits, preparing for the last attempt of Q3 for the fight of pole. For pole, I should say. But yeah, realistically, yeah, I think it's probably only going to go between 3 guys here. I think Adam is doing really impressive stuff, because he told me yesterday he was only practicing 1 hour, and yeah, to be P4 is not a shame. I think Game Boy can be so much quicker than this. Yeah, Bloodsport is also, yeah, he's capable, but yeah, he's maybe not consistent enough. So I would be surprised to see him on pole today, but Yeah,
That's
from
not
what I
discount anyone out just yet.
yeah, from what I've seen today, I'm not sure if somebody is capable of getting a 128.4 because yeah, we might have seen already the pull time now because I don't know if somebody can improve that 128.5.
I mean, if Calypso gets a proper slipstream with obviously the DRS, he'll obviously have the DRS. If he gets a slipstream on his run, just even if it's only for the main straight,
yeah,
that's gonna be enough of a time gain for him to maybe dip into the fours if he really can, keep that lap time up.
yeah, definitely,
But of course, it is quite hard to do because everyone wants that spacing.
yeah.
So yeah, you might be correct. That 28.5 might really just be the pole lap today.
Yeah, I mean, for an amateur league, it's a really good time, and yeah, let's see. Bloodsport is wasting some fuel in his outlap. Oh, is it actually Game Boy already in front of him? Yeah,
No,
so,
he's on an outlap himself.
yeah. So I think Game Boy is the first one crossing the finish line to do his last attempt. Correct
Yes,
me if
he-
I'm wrong, but okay. So let's
Yep,
see what.
he-
I think I want to compare Game Boy and Bloodsport because, yeah, Game Boy, I think he can definitely get close to the top two. But yeah, let's see what he can do. How much will he improve in Sector 1? One of the hardest braking points of the track, of course, turn 1. And easy to lose it, but I haven't seen any spins, or maybe not a lot today there. So, yeah, how much will he improve? Only one corner will separate us from seeing what his Sector 1 will be. And will it be an improvement? I think it will be an improvement, but how much? Only a tenth, and he needs quite a bit more. But yeah, we don't know where he lost all the time. Maybe it was in Sector 2, because Sector 2 is where you gain the most time around Bahrain, because it has the most corners and also one of the trickiest corners. Turn 10 here, a hard braking zone. You need a good exit here, and he's not invalidating, so it's good. Opening the DRS. And let's see what he will do. Will it be enough to get maybe a chance for pole here?
Have to see.
Yeah, we have to
As
see,
he comes
man.
into sector 2, will it be a low 6?
Well, yeah, it's 410, so if he keeps it up like this, virtually he needs only 2 tenths more for P1 or around P1. So will it be enough? And also I want to see how Bloodsport is improving here before Game Boy is coming across the finish line. Bloodsport is improving 2 tenths. That's not enough. But is it enough for Game Boy? It is. What? 128.2. Oh my God!
Where's Bloodsport? We'll have to see. Can Bloodsport do anything about him?
Nah.
Maybe the last 2 corners.
I think it's not enough, man.
Have to see with the DRS. Can you at least make it to P2?
Nah.
Ah.
He's 3.5, no, 4.5 tenths. But yeah, let's go to Altessa. Oh, it's actually his teammate, Adam's mob. The guy with only an hour practice, what will he do? And the real goal is retiring.
He's pulling in.
Oh,
Adams
he's
is
pulling in, yeah. So let's see what Edu can do. Only P9, so no, oh, P7, sorry.
P7.
And Altessa, oh, P4, that's an improvement. But also important, Lewis Mann is improving 1/10, but is it enough for P1? No, only P2, but it's really impressive. And Joe Knight is going to P6. And then Leru Chan is improving, but is it enough? Yeah, it's enough for P9. Wow, and then we've got Calypso only improving with 15 thousandths, and he is not quick enough for pole.
He went 1,000 down on his.
Yeah, 1,000 down. Oh my God, Game Boy with the 28.2.
That came out of nowhere. We were expecting 5s. I was
Yeah.
saying 4s. He's come out with a 2.
We were even asking ourselves if that one 28.5 was even going to be improved.
Exactly.
Okay,
And
so
he's improved by a lot.
yeah, it's crazy stuff, man. Wow. So we've got the top 10 for Q3, and it's P1 for Game Boy with a 28.280, and followed with almost 2 tenths. Lewis Mann for P2, also almost 2 tenths down. Calypso for P3, and another guy in second row is Altessa P4. And then we've got Bloodsport P5, Joe Knight P6, P7 Adams Mob, P8 Edu, P9 Leilu Chan, and P10 the Real Goat. So we've got a Dutchman on P1 and another Dutchman on P10. And yeah, the Real Goat, he's P1 in the standings, but he's now starting at P10. And two guys, no, actually one guy who can maybe take the P1 from him is Lewis Mann in P2.
Yep.
So 16 points up for grabs for Lewis Mann because we're working with PSGL point system. And yeah, it's getting so tight. Let's take a look at standings one more time. So yeah, the Real Goat with 44 points, Lewis M with 40, Nightwing starting P14 if I'm right, with 40 points, and then Bloodsport in P4 with 32 points. Let's go back to the session because we're starting soon. And let's go for a race win prediction here. I'm going for Lewis Mann, who's starting P2. He will try everything to win, to take over the championship lead, and I think he is capable of doing it. So I'm going for Lewis Mann, and yeah, simply just, you don't know any of them, but just go for a prediction here, man.
Oh, considering how everything is gone, I'm gonna throw it in the deep end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Game Boy win.
Who?
Game Boy.
The P1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. If he can do that in quali, I don't know what he can do in race, man. Jeez.
He'll have to keep up the pace, though. It's not gonna be easy.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and lights out. Lights out, and away we go. And take me away.
Oh, for sure. Game Boy seems to have gotten a pretty good start. Lewis Mann just not really having a good start. Not enough to challenge Game Boy going into turn 1. Although Calopso has enough of... I mean, he did have a decent start, but he's not close enough to Lewis Mann by the end of this straight here. Clearly not. Oh, there's an AlphaTauri that's spun in the back. I think that's a revelation there.
Yeah.
And we don't know if there's going to be a safety car or not because he seems to be stuck there. No, he started moving again. But yeah, Game Boy, amazing start from him. Joe Knight has lost 2 positions, and that is a virtual safety car by the looks of it.
Yeah, it is.
Sheep has spun out as well.
Yeah, it is a virtual safety car, and unfortunately 2 guys are in the back now, and Revelation and Suicide Sheep. I don't know if they have damage. Let's take a look. I think Revelation. It looks okay.
Yeah,
and
seems fine.
Suicide. Oh, front wing.
Old front wings. So.
Yeah, so that's not ideal. But yeah, let's go back to the leaders because we want to see what happens in the restart. Of course, the deltas are remaining the same. But yeah, I mean, good start from Bartholomew with 5 positions gained, and I think they're going again. So let's see. Oh, Adams Mob is behind his teammate Altessa. Alfa Romeo can do big points today.
Certainly can. Will there be some sort of team orders? I mean, it's too early to consider that, but you know, if someone is clearly holding the other person up, will there be team orders? I mean, it will be kind of crucial for them to decide because the Real got right in the back of Adams Mob.
Yeah, and let's take a look at the tires. So we got 3 guys on mediums, while the Red Bull, the Real Goat, is going for the move on the inside here, and I think he's going to have the P6 here, and oh, a little bit wide. But yeah, that's a move. That's a move done. And Nightwing is already in P9, so a good start from him. But Existence is really close behind. But actually, Calopso is also really close. And look at this, man. The top 3 within a second. Actually, the top 4. So Bloodsport is having an amazing start from P5 to P4. And yeah, let's see how his race pace will be, because in quali he was too far off. While his teammate is going for the move on the Real Killerman, and now on the outside, outbraking him, and I think that's still side by side into the next corner. And let's see. Oh, what a move from Xels for P13.
Certainly, there was a pretty clean move there, quite smart one as well. But yeah, Xels will have to hope that he can sit within the DRS of Lelouch, because if not, then the Real Killman is right there to take that position back away from him.
Yeah, definitely. And look at the gaps. Revelation and RT Fairbear and Suicide are already so far behind. But yeah, 1 safety car can mix it up, so no worries for them yet. And let's see if Xels can go for even another move. But Yeah, Adam Swap out of DRS, Lelu Chen out of DRS, and it's a spinner in the back. I think it's Suicide again. Oh my god, look, Bartholomew, I think he spun, yeah. So yeah,
Yes, he has.
when a DRS got enabled, I think the top 6 is all in the DRS, so... Sorry, I'm having a couple of hiccups here.
No worries. Bartholomew, he's lucky that he hasn't spun out by much. Oh, Lelouch and Zels. Zels is fast. Contrast, Zels seems to be on a flyer right now, although I mean, his medium times are helping him right now.
Yeah, and
what I was saying was Bartholomew is kind of lucky because he spun, but he joined right behind Edu, so you know he does not lose out on the DRS, and he doesn't have to put in a lot of efforts to come back now.
Yeah, that's correct, and of course the reason why Excelsis is flying is because of his mediums, and I'm pressing the wrong button. Yeah, there we go. So the real Kellerman in the Red Bull is really close to Lelu, and let's see if he can go for a move. But also Edu is really close. So let's see how those guys will do. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong buttons. And Existence is spinning. There we go.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's annoying because when I have to switch cars out of the top 10, I have to use Shift, and I'm clicking Caps Lock instead all the time.
That happens.
Oh, another spinner. I think it's, yeah, the Bartholomew. Yeah. But look at Colopso, man. Bloodsport is out of the DRS. So that's...
Yeah, Colopso, Lewis Man, Game Boy. Game Boy is going to come under a lot of pressure considering a Colopso. You know, he set the fastest lap. Lewis Man is quite, you know, close to Game Boy. Game Boy does not have much to defend with here.
Yeah. Yeah, and Bloodsport is struggling to keep it in DRS, while Lelu is battling it out for P12 with Edu. And now on the outside, going for the switchback. Nah, it's not... Oh, and a penalty for Suicide. Yeah, that's not an ideal race, being P19 and picking up the first penalty. So, not what he hoped for.
Boxing for retiring.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, one safety car, you don't know. Oh, Fairbear in the pits. Does he have damage?
We don't know. Bartholomew in Revelation,
yeah, he's
having
got
a small scrap.
Ooh.
Yeah, Bartholomew, I think, defending from Revelation to his best of his efforts, and yeah, still managing to stay ahead of him.
Yeah, and now he's even 1.6 down. It's Revelation having damage because RT is already closing in, and Revelation lost 2 seconds already on Bartholomew, while Suicide is indeed retiring in the pits. That's race over for him. But yeah, RT is going for the move here for P16 only, and on the outside. And I think Revelation is still side by side. Yeah, he is. Oh, that's really close. But yeah, now he's got it. Oh, done. Revelation off track. And Altessa is having the fastest lap, so he's on pace. And look at the top 5, man. They're so close. I think...
Very close indeed, yeah.
And the real GOAT is... he was starting P10 only, the championship leader. But he's within DRS, or now out of DRS. But he's P6, so he can still get some decent points to defend his P1. But that only works out if Lewis Mann is finishing behind him, and at the moment it's looking like he isn't. Oh, and the real Killer Man is fighting with
Edu.
Yeah, with Edu, also in mediums, of course. So yeah, I still believe that hard mediums is the quickest strategy around here. So, and that counts for most tracks, of course. But yeah, if you are a bit further down, you can always gamble to start on a softer compound and see what happens.
Certainly, yeah, but I think they're relying on a safety car too much, considering that no one's really making such crucial mistakes which could cause a safety car. So, yeah, I think their strategy might go down the drain pretty soon.
Yeah, definitely. And look at Lewis Mann, he is really getting close now to Game Boy. And I think, yeah, let's compare ERS levels here. Yeah, Game Boy got a little bit less. Oh my, that was so close. But look at Lewis Mann opening up the DRS and maybe a bit of ERS. No. So he's saving ERS here. I think that's smart because you have to probably go and try for a lot of laps without ERS, and if it's not working, then you might consider using it. But he also needs a bit of ERS to defend later on. So, oh my god, Game Boy is spinning! Oh no! And I
stay out of the wall.
Oh man. And I've seen this before, mate. Game Boy was, I think he was leading 2 races earlier in the season, and both races he spun. So unfortunate stuff. And now he's fighting with Nightwing, and Nightwing is actually the guy with 4 points behind the real goats. So Nightwing is also looking for big points here. But yeah, at the moment he isn't, because he only has, I think, 4, 3. Yeah, I don't know the point system from memory, but look at the gap. So Lewis is now leading with a 1.1 in between. So that's looking comfortable.
He is. I mean, he could be on for a win here. He just has to keep it clean, of course, make no mistakes.
Yeah.
And as long as there's nothing else that interferes with his strategy or race, he could be on for a solid win here, considering he is not a lot faster from Calypso, but he still is faster than Calypso.
Yeah.
So as long as he can keep Calypso out of that 1 second, he'll be fine. As Delp not sending it down the inside, I don't think he's gotten the DRS. We have to see who's got the DRS, because they're both side by side. Delp has got the DRS.
Yeah, but Joe is defending really well with Hardy Compound, and Calypso, look how close he is now, only 5/10. So Lewis doesn't have the big advantage anymore of
he's made a mistake somewhere.
Yeah, well, Cells is going for a nice move. Of course, it's on a softer compound, but it's a nice move. And Calypso is really closing in on Lewis' man now, so this is going to be a tense fight for P1 here. And yeah, I think Calypso is also doing not too bad in the standings. I mean, he probably won't take over the lead today, but if he wins, he will definitely get close to the title fight.
Yeah, that's for certain, but then again, we'll have to see how, that kind of pans out for him. The race is still a bit long.
Yeah,
so we
it's
can't
so
really
long.
make any predetermined judgments just yet.
We're only a quarter in, so...
Yep. Still looking pretty solid though.
Yeah, it's looking decent. Well, Tessa, look how close he's getting to Bloodsport. And yeah, Bloodsport is also doing good business here. P4 in the standings and now virtually P3. But yeah, I mean, Lewis, of course, I think if it ends like this, Lewis will take over the championship lead. But yeah, it's still really long. It's 21 laps to go, and yeah.
Yep, 21 laps to go, as you mentioned.
It's too early to go for crazy assumptions here.
Yep, for sure. I completely agree to that. We'll have to see the...
Oh! Altessa! Oh. And now the real goal is in P4, so... But yeah, Bloodsport is...
He's on a comeback and a half?
Yeah, I mean, if he's getting decent points, but the only thing he needs is that Lewis Mann makes a mistake, or maybe a safety car, because Bloodsport...
there's a crash, I believe, between Edu and Killman, out of turn 3.
Oh, wow, and Existence is battling also with Leilu Chan.
Yep, Leilu Chan is just a bit ahead. The real Killman is still
10 seconds.
What?
So he probably cut at the track, and he's definitely... I think mostly when you see that, he's going to the pits and retire.
Or he could be looking to get that removed because he's not really far away. A safety car could bring him right back in, unlike, a Fairbear who's quite far behind and Existence almost winning at others. I think you're cursing these drivers by going on board them. Everyone's, having a moment here or there the second you go on board them. So, yeah, maybe you're cursing them.
Yeah, I'm always cursing them. Most of the time when I spectate someone, they're spinning or having moments, but yeah, so... But yeah, really important that, I mean, the real GOAT is, look, he's closing in on Bloodsport, but Bloodsport is not quick enough on merits to fight for P2 or P1 here. So what is going to be really important here is that real GOAT is going for the move on Bloodsport and trying to get closer to the top 2.
Yeah, that should be his strategy.
Yeah.
Right now, as you just mentioned, but yeah, he shouldn't be using up a lot of his ERS as well, because after he oh, very close there. Yeah, as I was saying, after he gets past Bloodsport, there's still about a 2.5 second gap there, which he will have to cut down to Calypso. So
Yeah,
yeah, he
actually.
shouldn't be using up all of it right now to getting past the Bloodsport.
Yeah, exactly. Totally agree with that. But yeah, I think the longer Bloodsport is keeping the real goat behind, the more time he loses to the top two. So yeah, he definitely needs to clear him right away. But yeah, I think he's now coming real close. And if he can keep it within 2-3 tenths in the last turn, he can definitely go for. I mean, of course, not the last turn, but in the. Oh, Bartholomew left the session. What I'm trying to say is, if he is still within 3 tenths at the last turn, he will probably go for a move in a straight, opening up some ERS and DRS, because Bloodsport is really low on ERS. And oh, Bloodsport is using everything almost. And I think that made sure that the real goat can't go for a move here. But maybe Game Boy can. Yeah, oh my god.
Certainly can. A lot of top speed, even while quite down on his ERS. He has a lot of top speed.
Yeah, and really impressive because he spun from P1 and he's already back into P5. So, but yeah, look at how much time Bloodsport is losing the real goats.
Yeah, the real goat. He's starting to get. I think he might start getting a bit frustrated. Of course, I don't know what kind of a driver he is, but generally, people do start getting frustrated when they're stuck behind a slower car for this long. You know, it could be the fact that the real goat is faster at a few corners, whereas Bloodsport is faster in the other corners, and that's just completely flattening out any sort of advantage that real goat might have. And that may be the cause that why he's just hanging about there. He's not able to get past.
Yeah, exactly. And what I'm also noticing is that Calypso is losing a bit of time on Lewis. He's just keeping it in the DRS, but yeah, Bloodsport is just losing too much time. But yeah, look how close for P7 here. Nightwing and Altessa behind Celts, and I think the mediums are still a tiny bit quicker, but they will drop off very soon. And then yeah, let's see when Celts is spitting, because now he's 1.7 behind Adam's mob, 1.8, and let's see how quickly that will go down. Oh, and the real goat is now really close, and he's finally going for the move on the inside. And let's see how Bloodsport will do. He will definitely have the outside here and leaving space. Oh, he's on the inside. Wow. Okay, that's the move done from the real goat. I don't know if he went off track. It looked like he came a bit off track there, but
Bloodsport could be coming back here.
Yeah.
Oh, still on.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's still it's still for P3. So I mean, even though the Bloodsport is not quick enough for fighting for P1, he has all the right to fight for P3, of course.
Certainly.
And Altessa, look at this, man. They're so close to each other, and I think Nightwing and Altessa are probably waiting for the drop-off of the tires of Celts, but I think tires are still looking decent because he's still 1 point. Yeah.
Sorry for cutting you off there.
No, it's fine. He spun, and but yeah. Oh, you can finally now see Celts dropping a bit, so this might be the moment where the mediums become a bit slower than the hards.
Yep. If we can just stay on board with Celts. Under braking at some point, we'll be able to see his tires, because they'll be slow enough for us to check their condition. Maybe into turn 1. That is where they'll be going the slowest, because now it just looks the same.
Yeah, I know. Oh, and Altessa.
I was about to say.
And he went for the move and he's got it, so really impressive stuff.
The DRS as well.
Yeah.
Can we go back to Celts now? Just for the brief second.
Yeah.
Let's see, the main focus is his tires, so that is what you guys should be watching as we come into turn 1. What are his tires looking like? Oh yeah, they're dead.
Yeah, and you can see he lost 4 tenths on Adam in the last lap, so...
Yeah, they're way past their point as Luch has disconnected.
Yeah, it looks like it, and the Hasses are not enjoying this race. I mean, I think let's take a look at the yeah, position change. Oh well, Existence and Lelu are battling it now. I think oh yeah, because he disconnected, of course.
Yep.
But yeah, really impressive race from the Real Goat and Excels, and a really disappointing race for some other guys, of course. But I think yeah, the Real Goat 7 positions gained, Excels with 9, so really good stuff.
He's almost pulled away a second gap as well to Bloodsport, but he'll have to do just a bit more to make sure he's completely out of that 1 second, so that Bloodsport doesn't get that DRS. And once that has happened, his recovery onwards to P1 could be on here.
Yeah, and that definitely tells you that the Real Goat was way quicker than Bloodsport. And look, he lost so much time, and how can he even manage to get 3.5 seconds away to Calypso? I think it's almost impossible, and he definitely needs a mistake from one of those guys. But Calypso, while we talk about him, he's getting closer and closer to Lewis Man again, and it's not enough to go for a move here, but it's really close. Oh well, Tessa and Excels are battling, but Excels defended well, but it also invited Nightwing back into the mix here but Nightwing I think he's just really conservative, because he doesn't go for a crazy move. He's just trying to stick behind and see what happens.
Better to be safer than sorry, to be honest. I mean, if you end up making a mistake while you're pushing hard, you know, your tires will be dead at that point, because I mean, now is the point where if you're a hard runner, and since we're about 13 laps in, if you do spin, those tires will be dead, and then your whole strategy changes, and you will be on, of course, the losing strategy.
Yeah.
So you won't be able to do much out of it unless, of course, there's a safety car. So now it is, of course, as I said, better to be safe than sorry. Just stay behind, stay in the DRS. Just hope that someone ahead of you makes a bit of a mistake, or if you are just that bit faster, maybe try and go for a move. But if it's clear that you're not closing up by that much, then there's no point in pushing.
Exactly. And I think Nightwing also told me that he hated this track, so and he was probably not getting higher than P6. So I think being P9, chilling behind 2 cars, I think it's fine for him. He doesn't like the track, and maybe he can get indeed like it. Oh, Excels. Oh, he's in the pits.
Yeah, well, he is on the mediums. He had to pit at
yeah, I was
point.
like, oh no, he's spinning, but of course it was. So the first, I think the first guy pitting on merit, so like without any carnage.
Is set.
Yeah, because also the Real Killerman, but he had, of course, a bit of carnage. But yeah, Lewis is so consistent, man. It's so hard for Calypso to... I mean, he's sometimes getting closer, but it's not close enough to go for moves. And also, I think the Real Goat, he's keeping it consistently in the 3.7s and 3.8. So I think what he's just hoping is that Calypso will eventually get close enough to go for a battle, and the Real Goat will probably get closer by that. So that's what he's definitely is hoping. Well, Leilu Chen is still disconnected, so unfortunate for him.
Yeah, he's lost out on 3 positions because of that. So yeah, well, this game is a bit depressing to be driving on when you get, disconnect like that, because sometimes it just doesn't let you back in. So yeah, it is a bit of a frustrating kind of.
It's annoying, yeah. But yeah, like look at it, the Real Goat. He gained 4.5 tenths on, and he's the quickest at the moment. So, and the Calypso is finally, he was looking for a move, but it was just not close enough. But
close enough.
Yeah,
now it will be though.
Yeah, it will be, and this is helping the Real Goat, man. And the little weave from Lewis, I think it's just within the margins, and he's finally going for a move here, and this is getting spicy.
Not giving up.
Ooh, that was so close.
He had to.
Yeah.
Have to give that. He can send a dive bomb here if he really wants to. That could be on the cards.
Yeah.
Oh no, that is Fairbear, whose lap car is here. He spun, and that, of course, thanks to this game's physics, you'd expect if a car is coasting for it not have any effects on your car, but it's actually the other way around. Even if his car is coasting, Lewis, man, is getting a lot of dirty air.
Yeah, but he's getting out of the way, fortunate, so...
Yeah, but that has lost Calypso a bit of time, because momentarily he got the dirtier of 2 cars, so yeah.
Yeah, that's correct, and But look also at the real goat. He is now 2.7 behind, so he's still in it, man. I mean,
Yeah,
and he's
fastest lap.
also, yeah, he's also having big points here. I think P3 will get 10 points or 12 in our system. So, but yeah, I think virtually Lewis Man is probably. Oh, Galopso is
Oh,
going for the undercut.
that is very interesting. I have genuinely never really seen anyone, go for an undercut here at Bahrain, at least not this early, because the proper lap. Oh, Hillman has retired. Will that be a safety car?
Oh, yes! The
Oh my
safety
god!
car!
This does not help Klopso at all because he
No!
gains nothing out of it.
Oh, and it actually.
Whereas
Yeah?
it's gonna end up helping out Real Gordon Lewis, man.
Yeah, but
Because
the real goat just so he got P2 now for free and also a free pit stop.
exactly, so it's a free pit stop for Lewis, man. The
Woo.
Real Good Game Boy as well. So Kalopso, so unlucky there. I mean, of course, it is completely out of his control. But the second he pulled off into the pits, as he was getting his tires changed, the safety car comes out, and yeah, everyone else is just gonna get a free stop around him, where he's gonna lose out on.
Yeah,
Lot,
oh man,
really.
this is so unlucky, man. Like he just pitted and then boom, a safety car. I mean,
Exactly, and
oh.
as I was saying, like going for an undercut this early into the race is not worth it because of multiple factors. One, if of course the leader can still pit and come out ahead of you, and two, this could happen and it has happened. And yet this is Kalopso would just be hoping for a miracle at this point.
Yeah, and also like Game Boy is now he spun from P1 and he is now back in the fight for the win because P3 and safety car, so the whole field will be bunched up. But also, don't count out the others, man. Like there's also still two Alfa Romeos that are now back into the mix. But let's see how it all turns out after everyone pits.
Yep, we will have to see. And I had a bit of a question here. The game usually allows it because it is legal, but do the league rules allow an overtake going into the pits under a safety car?
I think under safety car.
Oh wait, what?
What?
Kalopso P2?
What?
How's this happened then? What's going on?
It shouldn't be because Galopso was having a regular pit stop and the others had a way shorter pit stop because everyone was driving slower. So I don't get how Galopso can be P2 again. That is really weird because the other guys had way quicker. Way shorter pit stops because the other drivers were driving slow. Okay, this is maybe something we have to ask in an interview because I don't understand this.
Yeah, we will have to. Maybe the Real Good could have made some sort of mistake coming out of the pits. I mean, those cold tires are killer.
Yeah,
You
but
don't
to
really get a lot of grip out of them.
to answer your question, so it's simple. Normally, in a pit lane, you can always try to go overtake, but in our rules also is overtaking under safety car is not allowed, like not at all. So I think that also counts for the pits. If it's safety car, it's not allowed, I think.
Okay, but I am a bit confused here because then that just becomes a bit of a gray area because they don't really exactly mention, because as most leagues do, that even under a safety car, although of course out of the pits nobody's allowed to overtake, if you're going into the pits and if the opportunity is there and you can do it safely, you can do so. So it is a bit of a gray area, I would say, that that will have to be clarified before anyone sort of exploits it if it wasn't meant to be that way.
Yeah, but I think it's just because we have a rule that under safety car you can never overtake, so I think that makes it also that you cannot overtake in a pit lane under safety car. But yeah,
up to interpretation, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright then, We can see Fairbear has been lapped.
And Larry Chan
And
is still on 17 laps.
disconnected.
Yeah. Is Bartholomew also
His
disconnected?
AI is
No.
not pit.
Oh, he's also ghosted. Bartholomew. Yeah, he's ghosted.
Okay, well then,
Yeah, because otherwise they
wait.
would have pit. So.
Yeah, so we're just waiting then for Bartholomew's AI then I guess to catch up, which
Yeah.
should be this lap.
Mhm.
And if it is this lap, then we'll have the safety car going in this lap as well.
Yeah. I still don't get how Calypso can be P2, man.
Yeah, I'm confused as much
Yeah.
as you, because there were so many cars ahead of him, so much of a gap, because you lose about 25 seconds here under the pits.
Yeah, and
23, 25 seconds. With the safety car, with the delta and stuff, Lewis man and the real goat, especially the real goat, should have been fine. So I am also as much baffled as you
that
as
that
to how
must
come back in P2.
that must be a little mistake from the real goat then, because. Oh, what? Oh, that was the left car.
Oh, no, it wasn't. Bartholomew is in P16. He overtook a McLaren in his Game Boy.
Hmm.
Can we go on board Game Boy?
Yeah, that's a Merc.
Oh, that's a. Oh, okay, then that's my bad. He's overtaken Fairbear under the safety car, which I don't think is still allowed.
Yeah, I think the real goat overtook Fairbear on the safety car.
So if the Fairbear, or rather Game Boy, because Game Boy and Calypso or any one of those guys around him, he could get a penalty there, because that is not allowed, because I was still under the safety
Yeah,
car.
because they can only. I mean, when the safety car, when it restarts, they will get an instant blue flag, and then they are allowed to overtake them.
Exactly.
So I don't get. But let's go restart it, and let's actually watch it from the real goat. Let's see if you can go for a move. I think it's really tough with all those cars behind each other to go for a move in turn one. That will only result in carnage. And
Yep,
yeah, I think
Calypso's still weaving for the tire temperatures.
yeah. Oh, Edu made a move and also excelled. But what's more important is look at how close Calypso is to Lewis man on the outside. I think it's not enough. Of course, he's braking a bit later, but Lewis man will have the inside, and he is still in front. And yeah, also really good for some
Still
drivers
close.
is that they have way more ERS again now. So
Yep. That does help them, but yeah, the real goat very close to Calypso and Lewis man. Lewis man
Yeah.
doing a brilliant job of defending, and Edu clearly getting past Lelou's.
yeah, everyone's
posted
getting
car here.
past. Okay, so not the most spectacular restart. I think the top 10 is still the same. Or yeah, I think maybe. Oh no, Celts went from P9 to P8, I think, but the rest is still the same. But look at it, man. The real goat is now virtually 7.5 tenths behind for the race win here, and I mean that is all what he hoped for, man. I think on merit he would never. Yeah, maybe if Klops and Lewis made a mistakes, but the safety car definitely helped him a lot.
Yeah, but it comes down to if the Game Boy reports the real goat or not, because if he does, then that will definitely be a penalty, because that is certainly not legal what he's done there.
Yeah, I don't know what
because
happened.
that gives an advantage to the real goat.
Yeah, actually, you're right. So let's see what happens there. But yeah, we will find out next week after the reports. But yeah, look at Calypso. He's really close again. And the real goat, I think, and even Game Boy, man, he was so quick. So he can still go for a win here. And yeah, I mean, it's so spicy. But let's see. Bloodsport was not able to stick within the DRS, and he might not be able to stick with it now. So I think the race win is definitely going to be between the top 4. Oh, while Joe is spinning, no.
Just spun again
he
in this
is.
race.
Yeah.
On fresh tires as well.
Yeah, that's not
Those
what you
will
want
be
to
hot.
see. And also take in consideration that Calypso is on 1 lap older mediums.
Yep. That will be a lot of wear because the Real got Lewis, man, they fit under the safety car, whereas Phillips had to do basically a push to catch up to them, whereas they literally caught up to the safety car, so they will have a lot less wear compared to the Phillips.
Yeah. Altessa closing in. Oh, wow. Altessa closing in on Nightwing. And Nightwing actually told before the race he was getting P6 and he's now in P6, so that would be a really crazy prediction of himself.
Not for long though.
Not for long though, because Altessa's going for it. Yeah.
He's flown fast. 10 kph difference on the top speed. Altessa's definitely running a lowdown for Senna.
Yeah, that must be because that was crazy. But look at Game Boy, he's joining back into the party for the podium. And
yeah, fight for P1.
Yeah, man, that's what you want to. And I already predicted that Bloodsport wasn't keeping it in DRS, and he is indeed not keeping it in DRS. And
he's struggling a bit for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment he's just the best of the rest, man. He's a P4 in the standings, and he's just not quick enough to fight for the wins. But yeah, I mean, not ashamed to be in P4, P5, of course. It's still decent points.
Yep, as long as you're within the top 10, I think you get a points at the end of the day. Of course, every point matters, so it's at the end of the day for Nightwing. Or even Bloodsport, rather.
Yeah, and Nightwing is still close, but... Oh, look at the Mercedes, who is closely behind. Yeah.
He's been lapped, but he's
going for it.
Have that. Yeah, he wants to try and maybe unlap himself if he can, at least, not finish a lap down. But yeah, he's getting good view for that battle that's happening ahead.
Yeah. Oh, Lewis
Nightwing and Alteza. Nightwing now has the DRS.
Oh, look at Game Boy.
10 kph difference. Oh, yeah, Game Boy very close to the Real Goat. Will he send it down the inside? No, the Real Goat is sending it down the inside. And he gets spun around. Taps the rear of Colposo. No fault of Colposo himself, of course. But yeah, the Real Goat too impatient there. Too little, too late. And he tapped the rear of Colposo. He's spun down in P6, not too far away. But yeah, his tires will be really, really hot.
Yeah, I think he just outbraked himself into Colopso there. From what we've seen, actually. But it wasn't on board, of course, so I'm not 100% sure. But it looked like he just outbraked himself impatiently there. And unfortunately now, he's fighting for P6 with Nightwing. And yeah, that is such a shame for the Real Goat.
Completely.
The championship.
Not even enough laps left now for him to make a proper comeback to the top 3. So yeah, his chances for the top 3 are pretty much over. Yeah,
the championship lead is probably slipping out of his hands today because Lewis Man is still in P1, and even if he finishes P2 or P3, he will get the championship lead. And yeah, I predicted Lewis Man to win today. So yeah. And Game Boy is struggling to keep it in the DRS. He was comfortably leading earlier, but now he's struggling. So, yeah, and also...
Game Boy, I mean, you can excuse Game Boy because he was right behind the Real Goat's car as he spun. He had to brake a lot more compared to the guys ahead because obviously they were ahead. And he had to also avoid his car going off the line. So, yeah, it makes sense why Game Boy is a bit far behind. But yeah, of course, that's not helped him because he's not within the 1 second.
Yeah. And at the moment you can almost say that... Oh, Excels is battling with Existence for P8. And Excels, of course, is on a way slower tire because he's on 9-lap-old hards. And Existence on a quicker mediums. But he defended well for P8, so... but yeah, I think we can safely say that the fight for the win is probably going to be between Lewis Man and Colopso. Because Game Boy and Bloodsport are way out of the DRS at the moment.
Yep. That is, that's basically it. I don't know what more to add to that, but yeah, Bloodsport, his main job now would be to try and defend off from Alteza and the Real Goat, of course, especially the Real Goat, because he is still, faster driver compared to Alteza and Bloodsport himself. So
but the only thing you can say is that the Real Goat is probably having more tire wear because he spun.
Yeah. That is it. With only 6 laps to go now, we'll have to see how that battle turns out as well.
Yeah. And let's see how much ERS Lewis is having. So they're around 40%, and Game Boy is almost out of it. So yeah, it's definitely the win is definitely going to be between the top 2 unless they make a mistake, or if they lose a lot of time by battling, because that's still what Game Boy can hope for, that Lewis, Man and Calypso are going to battle it out. Well, Fairbear, a lapped car, is doing the fastest lap.
Well, he's on it.
Yeah, he's on it. Oh, Edu and RT battling for P11. And Calypso is really close. But not close enough yet. And Edu is probably going for an outside move here, but RT's defense. Oh, he almost tapped him. I think it was a late move to the left from RT, what maybe Edu didn't expect, but yeah, and he lost a bit of time now, so.
I mean, Edu doesn't really have to worry too much because RT is on 8-lap-old tires, and they'll be gone in the next 2 or 3 laps, so then he'll have a chance to fight back for that P11.
Yeah, in a couple of laps, Edu will have the better tires, I think.
Yep.
The mediums are probably quick for about 10, 11 laps. So yeah, just a bit of patience Edu needs, and yeah, Calypso is losing a bit of time here, a couple of tenths more down now, but Altessa is actually closing in on Bloodsport, and I think it will be enough because it's only 2 tenths, and oh, Game Boy with the fastest lap now. Oh, Game Boy is back into the DRS of Calypso. Well, Bloodsport is losing P4. Yeah, that's what I expected because it's such a massive straight, and I think Altessa is a tiny bit quicker, and that's why he's now in P4. So, but look at the real GOAT. He's also going for the move in Bloodsport, and Bloodsport lost 2 positions, but he's fighting back. Oh no! The real GOAT tapped Altessa, and Bloodsport is now P4 again. Oh my god.
Really, really unfortunate for him there.
Oh my god. So now, okay, so help me out here. The real GOAT was who tapped who?
Sorry?
Who tapped who? Like,
I believe it could be the car behind because of the nature of the corner. I'm guessing it would be the car behind because I couldn't look at it properly as well thanks to the shitty camera angle we have gotten.
yeah, I think wasn't it Bloodsport tapping the real GOAT?
Yeah, could be, yeah.
Yeah, and I think, oh man, that's so unfortunate. It was going to be such a good battle for P4, and now, yeah, the real GOAT is even further behind again. But look at the real Game Boy. I mean, look at Game Boy. He's getting back into the fight of for the win, and I already told you it's going to be between
Yellow
top 2,
flags,
but
existence gone.
ooh.
Won't be a safety car, they're too late for that.
Yeah, but I was actually lying, man. I told you the top 2 is fighting for the win, but look at the Game Boy, man. He's having the fastest lap, and he's on fire at the moment. So this is going to be a battle between 3 cars for the lead. Definitely.
Yep, 3 laps to go, 3 cars fighting for 1 position. And oh, that's Calypso going a bit deep there. That's lost some time to Lewis, man. That's helped Game Boy get even closer to him now. And the main goal of obviously Calypso and Game Boy would be to not start fighting between each other, because that will literally just hand the win off to Lewis.
Yeah. Wow. And look at it, man. So when they cross the finish line, it's only 3 laps to go, and they're now going to the penultimate corner of Sector 3, and only what is it? Only 9-10 separate them the 3 guys.
Yeah,
so
9-10.
this is going to get spicy. But who is closest is Game Boy, and let's see if he can get close enough to go for a move. And ERS levels. Yeah, Lewis Man is having 30%, Calypso is having 40%. The Game Boy is also almost out, so that's the only downside here. But it's so hard to go for a move on a car that's also having slipstream and DRS on you. So what Game Boy is hoping for is a little mistake from Calypso, because yeah, otherwise it's impossible to go for the win here, because there's always a car in
Yep.
between, and he will definitely not make it easy for you. And yeah, I think Lewis is just the only thing he has to do is not make a mistake and hope for some battling from Game Boy and Calypso.
Yeah, that's all he can really hope for because Game Boy and Calypso are very close to each other here, and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, neither Calypso nor Game Boy have enough pace to get past each other or get closer to Lewis, so it is becoming a bit of an issue between the three of them. The order might remain the same unless, of course, as you said, someone makes a
Yeah.
mistake.
Yeah, I think Lewis is just enjoying the open air, and I think he's really consistent. And yeah, I think it's just it's more about Calypso and Game Boy hoping for a mistake of Lewis, or Lewis
Yep.
hoping for a battle of Calypso and Game Boy. Because if they all drive a bit consistent, they will probably not going to get a move done. So it's all depending. Oh, a little revelation just went off track. He had a little snap there. But let's actually go
Happens.
back to the leaders because it's only 2 laps to
Penultimate
go.
lap.
Oh wow, and Calypso is going for the
Getting very
move.
close.
Yeah, I was clicking the wrong button, but there we
He will
go.
have the chance now going into
Ooh.
turn 4 with the DRS already side by side with the DRS turned on. He is ahead momentarily. Will Lewis outbreak him or at least try to no, very little touch there from Lewis's car to Calypso, but nothing too serious.
Yeah, what a move from Calypso. And I don't know, man, if I was going for the move in the penultimate lap, because there's still a massive DRS trade in sector 1, of course. So I am not sure if this was the right call, man, because Lewis is probably getting a big overspeed into turn 1.
Yeah, he is, but we have
Oh
to
no!
see again how that
They
goes.
both
Oh,
spun!
no,
They
this is
both
contact.
spun!
This win has literally just been handed to Game Boy. I think there was contact between Calypso and Lewis when or either one of them lost the car and that has collected the other. That spot is up into the podium positions.
no.
Lewis's tires will be really hot, so Nightwing could be on the podium here.
And even
with
Nightwing
just
can go for a
lap to
podium
go.
here.
Yeah, exactly. Lewis is pulled off completely off to the right to not give him any slipstream, but
Oh,
his
no.
tires. What?
5-second penalty? That could be removed.
That could be removed by the
Yeah.
stewards.
That
Yeah,
was-
for sure.
That was so weird. He didn't do anything wrong. He was just
Yeah.
driving there and he got a penalty.
The game certain gives it, but yeah, for now, what we can tell by confidence, as long as
Oh,
Game Boy does
Calypso.
not make any mistake.
Calypso.
Yeah, Calypso's coming back.
Oh.
He's getting squeezed there because the Nightwing's fighting Lewis now.
Okay, so unfortunately we didn't get a battle for P1, but it opened up a battle behind the top 3. And
Totally.
yeah, that's just a free P2 for Bloodsport. And yeah, I think it was really weird, man. Like I think Lewis tapped Calypso and that it made them both spin. So I'm definitely going to try and get Lewis in for an interview. Also, Calypso and Game Boy. I think those 3 guys I want to get into an interview because they were top 3 for most of the race.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Disappointing end for those guys.
Yeah.
Obviously, Game Boy will be really happy with it because going into the final sector now.
Yeah, and he you even predicted him to win.
What?
Oh,
What?
what?
Lelouch, Bartholomew, both disqualified.
Yeah, but they were already DNF'd, so I don't get it.
Yeah, that's really weird. But yeah, Game Boy now coming
Oh.
across the lane, unexpected. Well, not really expected for me. Wins in Bahrain, Bloodsport in P2, Lewis man in P3.
No, Calypso in P3.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Calypso.
P3.
He over. Oh no, Nightwing. Nightwing spun or
Nightwing.
something. What? Oh, penalty, of
What?
course. Yeah, penalty.
Yeah, but if that penalty gets removed, then he could be P3 because he was right there as well.
No.
That is something you get.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that is something you guys will have to tune in next week to find out for basically. Yeah.
So Calypso
Obviously,
overtook Lewis for P3 in the last straight.
Yeah.
Really, what a weird ending of the race.
Certainly, man. I
Oh,
mean,
man.
that wasn't expected at all by anyone. I mean, we were hoping for a three-way battle, 1.4-way. That went down to again a three-way, and then suddenly Game Boy was in the lead, and then there was a three-way battle for P3, and then it all turned into chaos from there.
Yeah, it's insane, man. So you were actually right, man. Game Boy
Hell yeah.
won. Yeah, I was almost right. Like Lewis was leading so long, and then he got a little moment with Calypso and Bloodsport unexpectedly P2, and yeah, also on the podium Calypso and Lewis, man, only he got overtaken on the last straight for P3, so unfortunately only for P4. And I think the real GOAT is still the championship leader because Lewis, or is it actually on same points? Well, we have to find out later, but the top 10 is Game Boy, Bloodsport, Calypso, Lewis, Man, Altesta, the real GOAT, Adams Mob, Cells, Nightwing, and Edu. But Nightwing can probably get that penalty removed. It was for ignoring yellow flag, so we have to find out. But what I want to do is get some guys in for interviews.
You can bring Bloodsport in already if you want.
No, I really want to. I really want to. Yeah. I can just get him in just to ask him if he can ask some people. Bloodsport.
Hello.
Hey, Bloodsport.
Hello.
Yeah. So first of all, congratulations with P2. But my main interview guys were the top 3 before all the carnage. And can you ask Game Boy, Calypso, and Lewis Man if they want to get interviewed?
Yeah, sure, I will ask them.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we will wait for that. Let's actually take a look at the standings again. I want to see. Okay, yeah. So the real GOAT was 4 points in front of Lewis. But yeah, Nightwing can even get the 5-second penalty removed. I don't know why he got that. It was ignoring yellow flag. So he might also get some big points because if he gets that penalty removed, Simsy, he will get P3, right? Simsy? Oh, Simply, I mean. Sorry. Lol. Hey, Simply, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, really sorry that I was just
Oh, you were muted.
Yep.
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
I was asking if Nightwing will get P3 if his penalty will get removed.
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, that will spice things up in the standings because I think yeah. Okay, so I'm hoping for Game Boy, Lewis M and the real GOAT. No, who was it?
Lewis M doesn't want to get interviewed and Calypso wants to get interviewed.
Okay, can you drag him into the commentary box for me?
There you go.
Okay, I will go to the screen, of course. Calypso, can you hear me? Oh, he's muted.
Yeah, Calypso is
Oh,
muted.
because he doesn't have rights. Let me fix that. I will do something crazy.
Something crazy.
Yeah, I will just give him the commentator role so he can unmute himself.
Oh wow, okay.
Just for now.
Okay, so Calypso, you should be able to unmute yourself for now. Game Boy's here as well.
Okay, you know what? I will make let's go to another voice channel.
Yeah, that works too.
Oh, now they can both. Okay, sorry guys, I have to fix. Let's see. Move to Hello.
Can you hear me?
Finally, yeah, we were struggling with but this is fine. Okay, Calypso. The reason why I want to interview you, like, there was like a top 3 for a long time of the race, and then some things happened with you and Lewis M. I just want to ask you, what happened?
I don't know. I had just overtaken him the next last lap. I was completely on the racing line. I didn't brake early or anything. I just braked, and he tapped me in the back and spun us both.
Yeah, I think that was indeed a tap from Lewis, and that made you both spin. Really unfortunately. We were hoping for a top 3 battle, but unfortunately you both spun. So Bloodsport all of a sudden P2, and I think in the end
I still got P3.
Yeah. I see. That was a massive thing, man. Like on the last straight, you were overtaking him just before the finish line, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, one thing that can spice things up is that Nightwing, he got a really weird 5-second penalty of ignoring yellow flags behind Lewis M, and if he gets the 5-second removed, he might get P3 from you.
No, I overtook him at the last corner, and he went wide, and I just...
I mean Nightwing.
Yeah, Nightwing.
Oh, so you're sure you...
Yes, completely last corner. I just overtook him. Last corner, last lap. So...
Yeah. Okay, yeah, but we just have to see. I think a lot of things happen, and of course the stewards can still decide some things which can cause some chaos in the standings and in the race result. But for now it's P3, and I think that will definitely be yours, and Bloodsport also P2. But I just want to say GG's and congratulations with podium.
Yeah.
One more thing, simply, do you have one more question for Calypso?
No, you've much covered everything. I just want to congratulate you again for the podium.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for your time, man.
Thanks.
Yep, thank you.
Okay, let's go back to Bloodsport. Can you wait here, simply?
You want me to wait here?
Yeah. So I'm coming back with another guy.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hey, Bloodsport.
Oh, I moved Game Boy.
Oh, okay, thank you. Game Boy.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. First of all, congratulations with the win. But I am so confused, man. You spun out. You came back. Safety car came back into what is it? P3, and then. Carnage between Calypso and Lewis, and all of a sudden you still won the race. So just tell me about your experience, man.
Yeah, like you said, I again spun from the lead, but I came back because of the safety car. I had a chance to fight for the victory, but I didn't have enough speed on the straights because Calypso also had a DRS, but they touched in the penultimate lap, and that made me P1. So.
Yeah. I mean, you can say you had, of course, a bit of luck there to still win it. But what's impressive is that you, after that spin, you still came back into a really good position. So, but yeah, of course, without Lewis and Calypso tapping each other, you wouldn't be winning. But I mean, it's all about being on the right spot on the right moment. So I think you did that, and I mean,
I had the pace to keep up with them, even on myself.
Yeah, that's
just a bit of luck.
Yeah, I mean that pole time was really impressive, man, and I think a 1:28.2. What was it? Yeah.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, 28.2.
Yeah, really crazy, man, and I think my co-commentator predicted you as winner. I predicted Lewis M, so for a long time I thought I was right, but yeah. You know, in F1 everything can happen until the last lap. So
it's not over yet. So
yeah, one more question. I think I've seen you spin from P1 like 3 times now, and I just want to ask you, like, are you? What is the reason you're spinning so much? Like, are you learning traction off or?
No, I'm playing on a controller once again, so it's really difficult to judge the traction sometimes.
Yeah,
I take the curve wrong this time, on turn 3, I believe.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah, that consistency is like really difficult on a controller.
Hard
So
on
yeah.
controller.
Okay, so one more question from you, simply.
yeah. Oh.
Yeah, a question for me actually for Game Boy. At the end, considering that you were, behind Loose Man and I forgot which other car
Calypso.
it was, but yeah, Calypso. There you go.
Mhm.
Thank you. So you were behind the two of them, and you were quite close to Calypso there, but you weren't able to make a move. And of course, I'm talking about before any sort of contact happened between the two of them. At that point, did you think that okay, maybe I'll just have to settle for P3 because none of you were really gaining or losing out on each other? The gap was staying pretty much the same.
No, I was always trying to keep making overtake, of course. I want to get to P1. But yeah, maybe it was not on the cards for me until the penultimate lap. But yeah, staying close and just a traction out the last corner, I couldn't take a move. So
Yeah. Yeah, fair
it
enough,
off.
man. But I mean, you are the race winner, so
yeah, finally.
yeah, finally. And I think also the standings are getting even closer now because yeah, the man who was leading is probably on equal points now with Lewis M because Lewis I
Mhm.
think gained 4 points on him. So and Bloodsport is also no, wait a minute. Bloodsport
If
is probably leading now again.
If I'm not mistaken, I also have the fastest lap, so
Huh.
that's an extra point.
Oh no, I am not correct here because Bloodsport was 10 points behind the lead, so he will definitely be close now. But yeah, congratulations with your victory, Game Boy.
Yeah, thank
And,
you.
thank you for your time, mate.
Congratulations.
Yeah, until next week, I say.
Until next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, let's go back to commentary box simply. Alright, that was it for the interviews because unfortunately Lewis M didn't want to get interviewed, and I think he was probably wanting to do an interview if he won, but because now he was involved in Carnage, he doesn't. So, and that's understandable because yeah. But yeah, if it was in real life F1, they have to be professional, of course, and always be in front of cameras. So yeah, I mean it's league racing, and I think if something happens to you like that, yeah, you're probably raging. But in my opinion, it was his own mistake because he tapped someone and he made himself spin by it. So yeah. But yeah, really great stuff. Bloodsport P2. Unfortunately, when I look at the time, we don't have time for another interview. We've almost been live for 2 hours, and my brother is going to visit me in a couple minutes. So if the doorbell is ringing within now and a minute, yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, I just want to say thanks to everyone who's watching for round 5, and next week round 6 we go to, let's see, we go to Monza, Italy. So round 6 will be around Monza, and yeah, will you be there with me again, simply? Oh, simply just told me that he had to go, so that's making it easier for me to end it here. Almost 2 hours. We're actually 2 hours live now, so, and my brother is visiting me in 2 minutes, so I have to go. Yeah, thanks everyone who's watching. Appreciate it. I will be back next week for round 6 around Monza, and I just want to say I'm happy to be back. It was a bit chaotic, of course. I was totally out of it for a couple of weeks, so excuse me for some mistakes, but I will be back stronger every week that will come. So thank you guys. Peace out.